is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored on this beautiful Saturday evening. I hope you are all doing blessed and highly favored as well. Um, Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, thank you so much for love and support. Being able to know we can connect on so many different levels and going through different, shifts as well as ascensions that is really gonna, bring us towards bigger and better, heading towards the beginning of the year. So with that being said, hey, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you just tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very informative to you, gives you good vibes, good inspiration, good information, or uplifts you in some kind of way, you would love to share with the loved one, family, or friend, or a fellow impactor going through trying times, and just needs spiritual guidance, or just needs confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, um, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Y'all, I messed up my whole damn outro, but hey, it is what it is. Um, and today the music that I'm listening to in the background is called relaxing piano music, nature sound, sleep music, stress relief, meditation music. And I'll post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is Heyoka's that carry the gift of psychometry. Are you one as well? Psychometry is a person that can just touch different objects, whether it has to do with statues or certain jewelry, heirlooms, different things like that. You can feel like different, the person's personality they feel. You can see certain different past experiences that of the person that owns this, own these objects, or um basically whatever happened around that person or whatever. I know that what's his name, Tyler Henry, he does it a lot, where he, when he goes to do his readings, he has that gift as well. I've been doing it for a long time and didn't even realize what I was doing, but like I told y'all today, this is the reason why I'm doing my videos so late, because I was doing so much research and learning on different things that, when universe sends you to go start looking for stuff, I'm just one of those Heyokas that I love to learn new things each and every day. Whether it's something that can uplift you, help you heal, make things a lot easier for you while you're on this crazy path. I want to be able to learn those things, while I'm helping enrich myself, and, beautiful knowledge. I'm being able to project it and, help others as well going through the same situations. But, like I said before in prior videos, a lot of us have these many layers of gifts, attributes, whatever you want to call it, that's been laying dormant, or there are certain things that you've been doing and didn't even realize you were doing them. And it was like I was reading about different stuff on contents. Like I was reading about the spiritual what is it, integration and psychic awakenings, and it was something about psychometry, and I'm just like, let me see what this is about. And I got a chill right before I watched it, so I already knew that was the universe telling me, hey, I want you to read about this, learn about these different things. Maybe there's other people that carry this. And then when I started looking at all the characteristics, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, hold the phone, pause, check all emergency exits. These are certain things that I used to do when I was younger. Like, I couldn't go into any places where there's a lot of stuff. Like if, my mom was a hoarder and I used to have high anxiety, it's like anytime, like God rest her soul, my sister was there to visit from Cali, we would just constantly go through mom stuff and throw it out. Cause my mom was like Fred Sanford. Anybody know about the Sanford and Son? My mom was almost that bad. And I was just like, you are giving me high anxiety. With me, I do not allow my life or my house to get accumulated with all that stuff. Like if I watch hoarders, I get my panic attacks goes over the level, because I'm just like, how can people live like that? And with you being a psychometric um, metrist, I'm trying to make sure I articulate the word right. Are people that can hold objects, that can tell you about the person, the personality, certain things that these people are known for. I can usually do a reading like channeling when it comes to other people and spiritual stuff, about their lives, personal lives, that there's no way of me knowing it. There's a lot of people I've connected with that watches my videos that can vouch for me on doing that. um and it is just like holding different things. I was just like, oh my god, because there would be certain smells that I would get, certain feelings I would get about these people. What were they known for? And it was just like, when I'm able to do that, and it comes automatically, but I didn't realize I've been doing this since I was really little, especially when we lived in Frankfurt and Frankfurt, Germany, on the military installations. We would always go to the villages, and it would be, my mom's ex-husband loved taking us out to the countryside where they had the different castles and stuff like that. And they always knew I loved going to those things. And I used to have these flashbacks of certain things where I would go into certain places and I would get overwhelmed and just start crying. And my mom and, her husband was like, what's going on? What's wrong? And I could be able to just touch a stone or something and say, these things is happening. Like, how do you, my mom get interested about it? She loves stuff like that because my mom was empathic anyway. But her husband just thought that was like a mental illness. He's like, hey, I don't like it when she talks like that. So I only can be able to tell my mom when he wasn't around, because she knew I was special. She knew there were certain things there's no way of me knowing, but I always end up knowing. So it's just like certain things. um I would get emotions on. I would get certain visions, imagery, smells, or, you know, uh, different people, you know, that I can pick up on. And it's just like, because when I did the studying for it, I've been doing it naturally. So, the way they're talking about, like, textbook way, if you want to be able to learn how to do that, because a lot of empaths are good for doing that. It's just like when personal items are being consumed by different people, it's just like you're imprinting all whatever aura, energy, essence you got is in that. And a lot of times we can feel it. So I'm gonna tell you different things about how you do it. If you want to practice on doing it, what's the correct way. With me, I can just pick it up, and then next, I'm feeling all this stuff. But if it's just like, if you're wanting to learn how to do that, or see if you're able to do it, because a lot of us has that gift and you just don't know it. It hasn't been, switched on yet. Because like I said, a lot of us, especially with you being Heyokas, there's a lot of different gifts that we carry that has been laying dormant for a long time. You had to go through certain situations and, go through all these major shifts for those. It's just like you're playing a video game. You have to be able to deal with a certain amount of things for you to be able to get to that next stage and get all the little extra, doodads. Anybody ever play, Super Mario Brothers? Is just like being a little Super Mario. You had to be able to stomp on those little things and, kill the little turtles and, kung fu grip the daggone dragon at the end for you to be able to, get all the extra stuff to go to the next level. Um, and it's just like all these different things is going on. Like I said, you can be able to, you know, um, what is it? You can be able to, basically, like I said, emotions, sounds, different senses that comes along with those certain objects. It's just like with us, we always carry like energetic, we imprint on a lot of stuff where, it's reading an aura, basically. It's like psychometrics is an empath that has clear sentience, or I forgot what the heck that word is. Sentience, I guess that's how you pronounce it. I'm all them clairs, and people like, what do you clear? I'm clear everything. um it's like carrying the gift. You can't go into antique stores. You get anxiety. I can't deal with it. Anytime I go like into a thrift store, I have to really protect myself. Even though I like a lot of antique things, it's just like, they say that you can't, we can't use anything used, but I go off of the energy of how I feel. If I feel like I'm drawing back from it, I've had that happen. I was dealing with a couple of people, around this time last year, and we were all sending each other gifts and stuff like that, and cards and everything. And um there was some people that really seen a lot of good things that was coming my way, and they felt threatened by that. And it was like, me and this girl, I started feeling her vibe shift in a major way, and she's an empath too. And I was like, I don't understand. It's like, I appreciate those certain situations, but if you already know what kind of gifts I carry, if I'm able to read people that have passed on, I'm able to figure out things about you that there was no way of me knowing. Why the hell you must think you about to do some little decrepit stuff to me, and I'm not going to find out about it? So, they had sent me, one person had sent me one thing and I didn't feel anything. I'm like, oh, thank you. And, called them and let them know, hey, I got the things that, I gave you, that you sent to me, and I really appreciate it, and went ahead and sent something back. But when it came to the other person, I mean, even before I got to the mailbox, I started feeling something like, what the hell is this? And she was just like, oh, I sent you stuff in threes. And you already know, if you're doing something, I'm a pagan, pagan slash white witch, whatever, I already know, good things can come in threes as well as bad things. And if you already know you're trying to do something and trying to lock and seal that on me, I'm not about to deal with you. And then I'm gonna send that whatever it is back. So it was like I took a stick, and took it out because I felt that. Or my ex had brought me a letter saying, hey, this came for you. I didn't even open the letter. I just threw that shit in the trash. I'm like, I already feel what you about to do, and I'm turning it back to sender, and it went right back to them. So I learned about how to do that. I don't know how I did it, but it was crazy when I'm reading up on it today. I didn't realize I've been doing this since I was a little girl. So it's like the when you go into antique stores, you feel weird, or you get off, those certain things you're around gives off very strong vibes. When you go in there, you can instantly tell a major shift from when you're walking in. You can't own used furniture because a lot of times you feel the energy that it carries. I know, some of my friends used to buy jewelry and stuff from like pawn shops. So it's not good to do that, especially, wedding rings and stuff like that. I said, this person probably had a toxic ass, connection with the ex-husband and stuff like that. You don't want to carry that energy with you. I'm like, girl, I don't believe in all that. Okay, go ahead. I'm not buying nothing from here like that. But to each its own. You feel uncomfortable around spaces with too many objects because it gives off too much energy. That's another thing you feel if you are that person that is a psychometrics. You can't wear old clothes or use jewelry. Like I said, you can't do that. Pawn shops make you feel overwhelmed. I get very overwhelmed, and especially like if you go to, you know, different thrift stores. It's like before I went through my spiritual awakening, we have one down the street, and they carried like nice furniture and stuff like that. But it would be certain things that I had to really step back from. And my daughters was like, Mom, what are you doing? I said, I don't know, but something over there. It just made me where I couldn't even, talk. It was just like one of those type of things. So, it says you feel an urge to constantly wash your hands after picking up anything that's used. It's not personally yours. You constantly have that urge to sanitize your hands and everything. And it says, for you doing it, like I said, I've been doing it naturally, so I didn't really have to do this. This is like the textbook way of doing it. Like I can just hold something. I always just make sure, my hands sanitized. If I can't get soap and water around that time, I always sanitize my hands, wipe it off, and just fill out everything before I touch it. It says you have to wash your hands dry to make sure they're completely dry. It doesn't have to be sterile, but you have to make sure your hands aren't carrying around old energy. It's just like I told y'all, it's not good to always touch everybody or touch certain objects or allow people, like if you have pendants and crystals, whether it's a person that is even good to you and genuine as a friend or a family member, is not good because their energy can be drawn into your crystals and stones and pendants and stuff. It's not good for everybody to handle your stuff like that. You have to make sure you sanitize them and clear all the excess energy off. But they said, make sure that you don't have old energy that can interfere with your readings. Rub your hands together, be able to create friction to warm up to the energy that you're trying to connect with. To test it is the third one. To test it, you have to make sure the energy is present in your palms. You have to make sure your palms are together, facing each other, and then pull them apart slowly to a, 1/4 of an inch away from each other. And this, it's like you should feel this vibe or sensation. I always used to get tingles, whether if it's, if it's something very strong and negative, I will not place it in my hands. I would just like, who is it? And I just said, just place it down on the desk or something like that and let me feel it, because I gotta, make sure, somebody ain't trying to, slip me the okie doke energy, Mickey, basically. Um, and it says you'll feel this thick sensation between your palms or some kind of energy. If so, you're all set. And it says, if not, just rub your hands together and some more to create more energy. It says, fourth one is like to pick up and hold an item in your hand. And it's probably best that you have something small and personal, get you off starting, just basically practice with your own. Like if you have something of your sisters or your mom's, you already know what stuff to give off of it. And you just, just handle it then. But any, but if it's not, when you want to go ahead and, go to a different thing where you can get basically take, the nick of it, um, is very, is important for you to not, uh, get objects belong to somebody that is not connected to you, by family. It's like this, distant friends or family friends, you ask them if you can, if you can handle something of theirs, uh, so you can be able to give off the feeling and stuff like that. If you have any, any old family friend, jewelry, you can use to practice with. Then you relax, and just allow images to come towards you. You have to allow yourself to be free from any anxiety, any kind of fears, doubts, or whatever kind of situations you might have personally going on. You can't be able to do that. It's just like you're meditating. You have to be able to clear yourself out, just relax and just, allow things to flow to you. Open, number six is open yourself up to allow memories, energy, or other feelings about the owner of the object to enter your mind. What sort of things do you sense, hear, see, smell, or taste? While doing this and asking for the readings, you ask who is the owner of the object. um, can you get a sense of the owner's personality? You have to be able to think that of yourself. What sort of memories and experience did the owner have while wearing it or using this object? And different things will flow to you. And you probably get certain emotions and stuff like that. And after that, you have to really, really make sure you cleanse yourself after all those different things, because you're handling it, with you already being an empath, we gravitate towards so much energy. So you have to allow yourself to be cleansed afterwards. Wash your hands, or go ahead and meditate afterwards. And plus, you have to be aware, because sometimes when I used to do it, I used to be drained after it. It's just like if you channeling somebody, is you're putting all your thought and energy to it, and just being focused like that uses up a lot of energy, as well as your frequency and everything like that. So those are all the list of the things, the different techniques on how to do it, what to look for, if you are that type of person that carries around the gift of psychometry, just to be able to let you know that you did it. I was like really happy that I was finding out, hey, this is something I've been doing for a long time, and it's a blessing as well as a curse as well. At times, it's just all how you look at it. It's like a lot of things that we spiritually and magically carry around with ourselves, that some people have to really practice for a long time to do that. On certain things, it just comes to us the natural way. It's just like, since I've been going through my spiritual awakening and being open to embrace my gift on many levels, I allow the universe, I'm open, to try. These are certain things that I was really scared of. I used to get punished for allowing myself to be vocal about my spiritual gifts. I had to be very selective about the things that I talked about. There's been people, since I've been doing my spiritual awakening as well as doing the YouTube thing, people were threatened by that, not to, brag about anything, because I really feel like that's a beautiful gift. It's nothing to brag about, especially if you can be able to help people, because there's people out here that can be frauds about what they do just to be able to get paid. I don't ask anybody for anything. There's a lot of people that were like, let me send you something, because it's just like when I do a lot of one-on-ones, I'm able to conversate about things. There's no way in heck I can be able to tell them how I knew about these things. There are certain things as went into their life that has held a impact on them that they're still, coming to terms with, and being able to heal from those things, and being able to know I can be a part of somebody's life, and being able to understand and make sense of things that they're still trying to come to terms with, and they're trying to figure out, why do I keep doing this, why do I keep being led to certain places, why do I keep dreaming about certain situations, um and all those different things. It's truly a blessing to be able to help somebody, especially if they're going through a grieving period, or they're coming to terms with traumatic healing that they need in their life. So it's a good thing to be able to know that you can be able to help somebody with certain situations like that. Like I've said before, in a couple of months, in a video before, that I always wanted to be able to do that. I forgot what that show was on A&E or TLC, where they had one that was an old retired investigator, or he was a cop or something like that, and the other lady was like a psychic, where she can tell that different things was going on in certain places, and how people living in haunted houses, or a lot of really bad disturbances going on. I always wanted to be able to do that, especially when it came to people that were missing and stuff, because I watch a lot of the true crime daily, or those people that are missing somebody, their children missing, or a wife missing. I always want to be able to do that, to help people out so they can get that closure, or being able to find them where there should be, being able to help somebody deal with that. But that's all for that video. I'm trying to do a few more, because there's different things that's getting ready to come up next week that we need to be aware of. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to Janine, much love to you. Welcome to the fam. Thank you for dropping a comment. Let me know if you resonate with this. If this is something that you carry around with you. Like I said before, you're going through a lot of different shifts, and you're letting go of a lot of things. You're allowing yourself to be open to the positive frequency that's coming from the powers that be. So there's a lot of gifts that you have been carrying for a long time that you might not be aware of. So maybe these are one of the gifts that you carry. So, drop a line. Let me know if you resonate. Give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible at everything you do. And I hope you have a great weekend. And know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything you're working hard to manifest into your life, you have 100 times fold than what you are expecting. And make sure you give out love, light, and prosperity, as well as positive vibes towards people. You never know, your kind words and vibes can really take somebody a long way. And I will see you on my next video. Much love. Peace. Be wild.